Hello student, welcome back to lecture series on statistics. So already I have uploaded plenty of the videos guys based on the mean deviation mode and some measure of a central tendency. In my today's lecture, I'm gonna explain to you all the mean deviation with one of the example. For a detailed topic, you can check in my I button or you will get the entire playlist in my description box, okay? So in my today's video, I'm going to explain to you all one of the example based on the mean deviation. It is important for your END-SEM exam. Okay, so here, let me read the example. We have to find out the mean deviation for the following given data. Okay, now see that we have the data given in the form of xi and in the form of frequency fi. Okay, so always remember that whenever we have xi and fi in such a form of a data given, we always have to consider it as the grouped data. And we know that whenever we have group data, we consider a little different formulas. Okay, yes, so here marks entries given 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6 and the number of student. That means there exists two number of student having marks 20. So we have 4 number of student that are having marks 18, 9 number of students having marks 16, 18 number of students having marks 14, 27 having 12, 25 10, 14 8 and there is a one only student which is having marks 6. Okay, and we have to figure it out here, mean deviation. Okay, what we have to find it out here, mean deviation. So mean deviation means we have to apply one standard formula. Okay, so whenever we have grouped data, so in such a case, how we find the mean deviation? We use the summation of frequencies multiplied by xi minus x bar divided by summation of fi. That means we have to find out all these values over here. Okay, so now let me explain what are these terminologies. Okay, fi means we have number of students. Okay, this is a f1, f2, f3, f4, f5, f6, f7 and f8. Okay, these all are the fi. Okay, so I got the all fi over here. Okay, this one is fi and this one is fi. Now next value we want the xi means the class marks. Okay, marks means this is x1, this one is x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7 and x8. Okay, all these are xi we have here. And we want the x bar, so we already familiar here. X bar means arithmetic mean. Okay, and for the group data we use the arithmetic mean as the summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi. Okay, let's get to solve this example. Okay, it's gonna be one of the easy example guys. Such examples are coming for 5 marks in your END-SEM exam. Okay, so even if that example not going to repeat, so you will get the similar sort of example, like maybe some values are changed. Okay, yes, so let's get start today's solution. We go for finding the mean deviation of this table. See here guys, okay, what we have mean deviation, I written this formula over here. Now always remember that whenever we have horizontal form of the data given, always take it into the vertical form. Okay, so we cannot go for the calculation, we cannot calculate data in the horizontal form. We always want it into the vertical form. Okay, so it's gonna be way easier to solve, and we avoid the mistakes in the vertical form of the data. Okay, yes. Now how can we build the vertical table? Okay, there is a easy tactic guys to remember this one. Now see that those are the data. Now we cannot figure it out directly here in this formula, that we take it to the vertical form of the table. Okay, yes, so what we have here, marks and number of student, it is already given in our example. Okay, that is the part of example that you can easily write it here. Okay, yes, now using this formula I'm going to build the table. Okay, now see that first of all solve this modulus xi minus x bar. Okay, xi minus x bar, but for this we needed here x bar. Okay, x bar means arithmetic mean. We go for finding first of all x bar. First of all we have to build the table. Okay, so what we do, we solve this modulus first over here. Okay, now after that it seems like that fi it is a multiple for this modulus. So multiply fi to this modulus over here, so we'll get this one here. Okay, fi into xi minus x bar. Okay, yes, so find out this entire value here, and we want the summation means find out the sum for all these values at down here. Okay, and at the end summation of fi, that means what we have, number of student, it is a f. Okay, all are the frequencies over here, so find out their sum here. Okay, it is way easier. So let's get start the solution. I'm gonna explain in the form of a table right now. So here I written all these values in the form of vertical table. Okay, now see that these marks it is already given. Okay, marks already given, that I written over here. Okay, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7 and x8. Okay, and the number of student, I consider here the number of student as a frequency, that means f1, f2, f3, f4, f5, f6, f7 and f8. Okay, all are the frequency over here. Okay, so after addition of all these frequency, okay, that I consider here summation of fi. Okay, so if you are going to add all these numbers over here, you will get the 100. Okay, yes, so I got the summation of fi. Now see that what we want later here, we want the x bar. X bar, we know that the x bar is the arithmetic mean. What is the x bar? X bar is the arithmetic mean. Don't get confused guys, x bar represent here arithmetic mean. Okay, we designated x bar as a arithmetic mean. Okay, yes. Now see that arithmetic mean can be found by summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi. Okay, that is the arithmetic mean. Now see that we want the summation of fi into xi. Okay, what we want, summation of fi into xi. For finding the summation of fi xi, we need the multiplication of fi xi. Okay, that's why I written x into f. Okay, x into f, because we needed here now, so we have to write that x into f over here. Okay, and at the end find out all their sum, so that we will get that numerator over here. Okay, so let me write their multiplication. 20 into 2, 40, 18 4 you have to write all these numbers over here. Okay, so let me write here. So here guys, I written their multiplication. 22 is 40, 18 4 is 72, and similarly multiply this xi into fi, write down their multiplication over here. Okay, for as we needed for arithmetic means summation of fi xi, that means we want the addition for this entire table. Okay, so 40 plus 72 plus 144 plus 6. Okay, so if we are going to add entire summation over here, we'll get the 1200. Okay, yes, so I got the value for summation of xi fi is a 1200 and summation of fi it is a 100. Okay, now let's put this value here and we get the we'll define the value for arithmetic mean. Okay, summation of fi xi it is a 1200 and divided by 100. Okay, we can see that easily we got the easily x bar as a arithmetic mean, it is a 12. Okay, it is way easier guys, not that difficult, just need to understand the concept. Okay, once we come to understand the concept, it is later part is way easier. Okay, yes. Now see that we want the xi minus x bar. Okay, x bar it is already 12, we have guarded here. Okay, x bar means arithmetic mean, so x bar is a 12 and xi minus x bar. Okay, that means 20 minus 12, 18 minus 12, 16 minus 12. Okay, and 14 minus 12, 12 minus 12, 10 minus 12. Okay, and what we have here, we have the modulus for xi minus x bar. That means whenever we have negative term under this modulus, that negative term can be absorbed. Okay, so we have to write only the all positive value over here. Okay, yes, and then later on we multiply xi minus x bar into the fi, so that we will get this next table over here. Okay, yes, let me write the table now. That guys, I written here xi minus x bar. Okay, x bar we need to consider it is a 12. Okay, yes, so what is here, xi 20 minus 12 it is 8, 18 minus 12 it is a 6. Okay, up to the 6 minus 12 it is a minus 6, but under minus 6 means modulus of a minus 6, and modulus of minus 6 we know that negative sign get absorbed, we left here with the value of 6 only. Okay, yes, so what we needed here in this formula, just always keep this formula front of your eyes. Okay, we want the summation of fi into xi minus x bar. That means there is a multiplication of fi to the xi minus x bar. That means xi minus x bar need to multiply it by fi. Okay, 2 multiplied by 8, 4 multiplied by 6, 9 multiplied by 4, and write down all these entire values over here. Okay, let me write the values now. Guys, here, okay, I written all their fi into xi minus x bar. I hope you all have understood this entire table, how it is coming here. Now see that fi means f1, f2, f3, f4, multiply fi into the xi minus x bar. Write their multiplication here. As in our formula, we needed the summation for fi into xi minus x bar, so we want the summation for entire this table. Okay, that means add all these values over here, we will get the summation of fi into xi minus x bar. Okay, yes, now we want the mean deviation. Okay, let me write the mean deviation formula here again. Okay, so what we have mean deviation, guys? Mean deviation, it is a summation of fi into modulus of xi minus x bar total divided by summation of fi. Okay, put all these values over here. Okay, summation of fi into xi minus x bar, it is a 224. Okay, 224 completely divided by summation of fi. Okay, summation of fi, it is 100 over here. Okay, so put this value here, 100. Okay, so if you divide by this 100, so one digit can 22.4 and another digit it can take 2.24. Okay, so this one is our required mean deviation, guys. Okay, what is the mean deviation over here? Mean deviation is a 2.24. Okay, I hope guys you all have understood this solution, not the difficult. For your reference, you can refer this table here. Okay, so always remember that we have to build the table only by using formula. Okay, apply formula, put the values and get the answer. Now see that it is one of the easy question and it can give us the very easy marks, so don't leave such a easy question, guys. Okay, I hope you all have understood here my today's lecture with one of the example. So even after, guys, if you found anything difficult, confusing, let me know in my comment section. I will come up with the similar videos. Okay, so that's it here for my today's lecture. Okay, so thank you everyone, thank you for my today's lecture.